YouTube family, hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kat Meffan. I am 20 weeks pregnant and this practice is a very short and sweet yoga flow with a little bit kind of workout inspired, but pregnancy safe for all trimesters for your abdominals and core. Now, it's really important, obviously, that you listen to your body. Don't do anything that doesn't feel great for you and modify as much as you want to. We are looking at the transverse abdominis, the obliques today, bringing in that kind of yoga flavor whilst kind of energizing through a little bit of spice. And we're going to get started with a breathing exercise. So if you have a wall near you, a flat wall, then I recommend going to stand at the flat wall because it will kind of help you visualize and feel into this breath. And this is just transverse abdominis breathing. Okay, so you may have already done this in your practice previously and maybe in your pregnancy already. So what we want to do, and I really like to have my hands here, I want to take a nice big inhale, belly comes out. And as I exhale, I'm wrapping the transverse abdominis muscles around here. And I'm also going to feel that lift of my pelvic floor as well. So there's going to be a slight, almost kind of like tilt of that pelvis as I feel that lift up. Okay, so we're just going to breathe here together and you go with your own length of your breath and just see what feels good. And having the back against the wall, naturally the back will be a bit arched. So it will be the inhale. And then as you exhale, you start to feel the back flattening against the wall. So just whenever you're ready in your own time. And your inhales are through your nose, your exhales are either through your nose or through your mouth. See what feels better for you. It might not feel like much to some of you, but we are working these abdominals already. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. Slowly take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up above the head. And then exhale, release the hands down, just slide the hands all the way down to the knees. Place the hands down to the ground and come all the way down into an all fours position. We're going to do exactly the same with that breathing, but we're going to add in the cat part of our cat-cow. So the cow part is this big lift forwards, but rather than doing the big lift forwards, we're going to take the inhale and just allow the belly to drop. And then exhale. And you can curve that spine a little bit more here. Inhale. And exhale, hugging baby in towards the spine. 5 more. Last one. Beautiful. Just come sit back on the heels. Shake those hands out, those wrists, especially if you're somebody that during your pregnancy has been feeling that kind of niggle of carpal tunnel, just making sure that you're really not doing too much on those wrists. You can always put your forearms for something like that on a bolster. But for this, a little bear hold, we want to have our hands down, tucking under the toes. Now, once again, always really important that breath stays with you the whole time, okay? So inhale. Exhale as you draw baby in towards the spine, hover the knees. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees down, untuck the toes. Left leg goes out, right arm goes out. And we're going to tap hand to knee 5 times. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Place it down. Tuck under the toes. Reset for that bear hold. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Right leg goes out, left arm goes out. We're going to tap hand to knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it all the way down. We're doing exactly the same again. Tuck under the toes. You can already feel the fire coming in. Let's find that breath. And hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place it down. Left leg goes out, right hand. Bird dog here. We tap 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place it down, tuck under toes, holding here. We're going to lift and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, reach right leg out, left arm. Last one's here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach that arm back out, place it down. Now, we're going to tuck under the toes. We're going to hold one more time for that bear hold, and then we're going to push ourselves kind of all the way back to a little squat and bring ourselves up to standing. You might want to separate the feet and the knees a little bit wider to get yourself back there, but you'll see when you go. So let's breathe. Hug baby to spine. Let's hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk those hands back and then power through the legs as you come all the way up. If that feels too intense, then you can just place the hands to the knees and bring yourselves up because we're going to be going back there. Stepping ourselves out now, finding a goddess position. Toes are turned out. We're going to sink into our goddess. Now hands are down by the side of you, but behind the legs. We're going to shift side to side, dropping each arm, working those obliques. So it doesn't matter which way you go first, but we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthening the legs. If you need to have a little shake out, have a little shake out, always welcome. We're going to come back to that stance here, but we're turning towards a Trikonasana. We're not going fully into Trikonasana. We're going to turn the left foot out, and we'll have a shortened stance in our Trikonasana. To be really wide, can feel a little bit intense on the pelvic girdle. So slightly shorter stance, fingertips by the ears, and we're just going to go for pulses. So keeping the hip open. Does not matter how far you go here. Depth is not what we're doing here. Working the obliques is what we're doing, and you can get that from being quite high up. And we're just going to lift and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Switch it round. So now pivot the left foot so it's aligned to the front edge of the mat. Right toes facing forwards. Open that left hip, fingertips to the ears, and we're going to dip here. And then we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it and come into your goddess. Take an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center, and then release those hands down by the side. We're just going to go for 10 more of these. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthening the legs. Let's just step ourselves back to the back of the mat. Take an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, squat it down. Walk those hands forwards, all fours, and we're going to take that bear hold again. Tuck under toes, find the breath. And lifting, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it all the way back. Push it all the way up. We're dropping down. So we're going to go for a few of these. You can drop the knees down first to set your breath. And then lift and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push it all the way back. Come to standing. Of course, you can drop your knees down in between. Last one, bring it down. Drop knees, set the breath. Hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it all the way back. Stand it up. And then we're just going to bring ourselves all the way down. Walk it forwards. And then from here, we're just going to keep those toes tucked under and send ourselves up to a downward facing dog. Let's just have a little moment. Maybe a pedal out through the feet, through the knees. Beautiful. Okay, so waving the body forwards, dropping the knees all the way down. You're going to turn onto your left. So you can take your left elbow down and turn onto your left side. Keeping this left knee down, we're going to lift up into Vashistasana, or a modified Vashistasana. So we're lifting all the way up. And just for this first one, we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Just take a moment to rest. On this next one, you've got the option of staying exactly where you were before or lifting this top leg, still holding for 5. Okay, so we're lifting up. Maybe you want to lift that top leg. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Incredible. Drop it down. Take a breath. Have a moment. You've got one more option here. You can go with option 1, option 2, or this next one is going to be to lift up, and then we're going to do hip dips down, and you can do that with the foot down or the foot up. So when we're ready, let's lift up, and we're going to dip for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Get a bit of juice into those glutes. Push yourself all the way up and come around to the other side. So finding that modified Vashistasana hold first for those 5 counts. Lifting the hips, lift the arm. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. And just take a moment, whatever you need, in between each set. This time, remember, you've got the option to lift up this left leg. So lifting all the way up. Lift left leg, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it all the way down. Again, whatever you need in between. And this time you've got the add-on option of dipping the hip, but taking this at your own pace with your own options. So lifting up, and we dip for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Incredible, beautiful. Pushing yourself all the way up and then come around onto your bottom. We're going to finish off with a little bit of hip flexor work. So maybe not technically the core, but a really lovely option. Actually, still very much core. So to begin with, our first option here is going to be to lean back on the arms, and you're just going to take one leg out, bring it in. The other in. So right, left, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you can just allow those knees to drop out if you want to take a little Trikonasana. And then we're going to do the same again. And then we've got one last little add-on to that, should you want to do it. And then we finish. So hands coming back, drawing those knees together. And then we march those legs. So these are kind of like a sort of semi-leg raise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. push yourself up. Option to drop those knees open and have a little moment here. You could also just hug knees into the chest if that feels nice, if the bump isn't too much in your way. And then your add-on, if you want to, this does require both a lot of core and a lot of hip flexor, so just see how it feels for you, is you can do this with both legs out and the fingertips by your side. You can also do this with the hands behind the head, and we're going to be doing leg raises here, but just see how it is, because this is a pretty intense one on those hip flexors, and you can just go back to the original one that we were just doing. So we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Incredible. Take an inhale, lengthen here, a little forward fold, and we're actually going to do one more set like that. And then let's go for that final set. Finding your position, and we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then maybe again another little fold. Well done. You did it. Short, sweet. Pregnancy abs. Really, really important that we're aware that there are parts of the core that need to be still engaged and activated. Let's just come to a comfortable seated position. Just close out with a nice big releasing breath. Let's take an inhale. Exhale to hands down through the heart space. Thank you all so much for activating and getting strong with me today. Those of you here on my YouTube channel know that I have got a whole prenatal yoga course class collection over on the Soul Sanctuary. It has just launched. So yeah, there's going to be, as I go through my journey, there's going to be more and more classes added. And so if you would like anything from, little bite-sized classes like this up to kind of 45, 50, 60-minute classes, then that is where to go. I hope to see you over there. All the details are in the description. Lots of love. Bye-bye.